2022, December 16, Friday. A new leap forward. Dedication of Shinhanul No. 1 marks end of nuclear phase-out. A ceremony to mark the completion of the first unit of the Shinhanul nuclear power plant in Ulsan, North Gyeongsang Province on Wednesday has more meaning than merely adding a nuclear reactor to the country. It is the nation's 27th nuclear reactor and the first completed under the pro-nuclear administration of President Yoon Suk-yeol. Its reactor APR-1400 is the first domestically designed model to adopt two fully localized core parts, a human-machine interface system and reactor coolant pump. The lifespan of the model is 60 years, 20 years longer than its predecessor OPR-1000. Its design was certified as fully acceptable for use in the United States by the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission in 2019. Recognized as one of the world's most advanced models, APR-40,000 is being marketed for export by Korea Electric Power Corporation. 2 units of the model are completed and in commercial operation in the United Arab Emirates at Barqa. Korea plans to export 10 nuclear power plants by 2030, and Shinhanul No. 1 is expected to be a reference reactor in attaining the goal. The reactor also symbolizes the end of the nuclear phase-out policy stubbornly pushed by the anti-nuclear former President Moon Jae-in. Shinhanul No. 1 was a scapegoat of the policy. Its commercial operation was scheduled to begin in 2017, but it was delayed for 5 years, affected by the policy. The Yoon administration is trying to restore the ecology of the domestic nuclear power industry, which was driven by Moon's policy, to the brink of breaking down. The reactor will contribute greatly to a stable supply of electric power this winter, reduce imports of energy resources, and help improve the country's trade balance. It is expected to increase the nation's electricity reserve capacity by 1.6 percentage points and replace 1.4 million tons of liquefied natural gas annually imported for electricity generation. The government plans to begin the commercial run of the second Shinhanul APR-1400 in 2023. Construction of Shinhanul No. 3 and 4, suspended under Moon's nuclear phase-out plan, will resume in 2024. Then Korea will have 30 nuclear reactors up and running. The share of nuclear in the country's electric power will rise from the current 27% to 32.4% in 2030. Korea's nuclear power industry was shattered over the past 5 years. Suppliers to nuclear power plants closed business because of a shortage of work, and engineers left the country for competitors abroad. It has become urgent to revive the crumbled ecology of nuclear power industry. Fortunately, the export possibility of Korean reactors is not entirely gone. Korea pinned high hopes on its bids to construct nuclear reactors in Poland and the Czech Republic. Korea's state-run nuclear plant operator, Korea Hydro and Nuclear Power Corporation, assessed the site in Poland for the construction of APR-1400 reactors. It is upbeat about winning a contract to build a nuclear reactor in the Czech Republic. Seoul and Washington pledged to accelerate the development of advanced reactors and small modular reactors. The two allies wanted to see strengthened cooperation in overseas nuclear markets. Small modular reactors are touted as the future of nuclear energy. Nuclear power is a low-carbon energy supply, clean and affordable electricity. It is hard to find other alternatives as efficient as nuclear energy that can normalize the management of Korea Electric Power Corporation in dire financial difficulties and lessen the burden of energy costs on the people. The Yoon administration is making all-out efforts to revive the ecology of Korea's nuclear industry that crumbled under the Moon administration, but the majority opposition Democratic Party of Korea is trying to put the brake on the current government's efforts. The party seeks to eliminate the entire government budget to support small modular reactor project. An industrial ecology can break down in a moment. while it takes a long time and a huge fund to restore it. As per now, no energy sources are more suitable to the geographical characteristics of Korea than nuclear one. The party should cooperate in restoring the industry.